Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I just wanted to show you guys some easy substitutes that you can use for very common exercises, mostly focused around the glutes. And I thought this would be very helpful if you've got a busy gym, if you are kind of in a rush and equipment is being taken and you don't want to wait for it. So I really hope this video is helpful for you guys and just kind of make stuff easier in the gym a little bit more, because if something is taken, you know exactly what else you can do in its place. So the first exercise is kickbacks. These are amazing for isolating the glutes. I haven't actually done kickbacks in a while, but I am starting to redo them again, just as an accessory exercise really, not one of my main lifts. But if the cable machines are all busy, this is a great little substitute. You basically just put a dumbbell in the middle of your leg, as you're seeing here. It's kind of hard to get it at first, but once you start going, it's easy to keep the dumbbell in place. And this is practically the same thing, a little bit different. Not gonna be as good as the original kickback, but it's a great substitute. I would recommend just doing more reps though. Since you're not really able to lift as heavy on this, adding more reps will definitely help you out. The next exercise is a hamstring curl. I chose the lying down one because I do prefer this one a little bit more. Definitely my go-to for hamstrings, other than like stiff leg deadlifts or something. This machine in my gym is always busy. I swear to God, like I came in the gym here to film this at like 1 a.m. so it was really quiet. But usually there's only one machine and it's always taken. So what I love to do is go on the cable machine, grab the same little like thing that you use for kickbacks, tie it around your foot and just simply do the exact same motion, but you're basically just stood up and you're doing each leg individually. This can take a little bit longer than the other one, just because you have to do like each leg rather than doing them both at the same time. Don't move your knee back and forth, like keep it basically locked next to your other leg and then only move your calves up and down. This next exercise is my one and only. I love this exercise. It's actually my favorite, I think, for lower body. You guys already probably know this. I love it. I love doing it. It's absolutely amazing. But seriously, the amount of times I have to just sit and wait around for the barbells to be free is ridiculous, and it's really annoying sometimes if I'm in a rush. So a great alternative to this is simply doing it on the cable machine. The exact same stance, you're still with your toes pointed outwards, a wide stance, pretty much the exact same movement, but you're bending forward a little bit more than you are downwards. Obviously, this will not compare to the original barbell deadlift. However, if you are in a rush and if you really need to just kind of get in and out, this is a great alternative to do just every so often. Or if you want to add this exercise as an accessory exercise rather than one of your main lifts, it's also very good for that. So on this exercise, we actually want to increase the reps and maybe even the sets as well, since we can't overload and go as heavy as the original barbell deadlift. All hail the booty exercise king. Hip thrusts are pretty much the best exercise you can get for glutes, in my opinion. I love these. Again, with the barbell situation, a lot of them are usually taken if you go at a busy time in the gym, or even just like setting it up and everything if you're in a rush is quite lengthy and takes a while. So an absolutely amazing alternative to this that actually works very well is actually doing it on the leg extension. Now, it can be a little bit difficult to squeeze yourself under that thing, but the actual movement of it and everything, it honestly works pretty much just as well. I still do prefer the original hip thrust because I like the position of the bench a little bit more. I wouldn't say they're better than original hip thrust because you do have a lot more advantages on the original hip thrust, such as balance and also bench positioning. With the leg extension, you can't really change the position of the bench in most cases. So I do still prefer the original. However, if it's busy, if you need to get in and out, this is a perfect alternative. So next up we have lunges. classical little lunges. These are also great. I don't tend to do them as often, but I still do love lunges for the glutes and for my quads, hamstrings. Just they work everything so flipping well. Again, though, the barbell situation, some gyms, especially mine, is always busy. So I love to just grab myself a little dumbbell and then do some step-ups. Step-ups are amazing because of the range of motion that you have with them, and also the balance factor does come in a lot more with this as well, because you're using a lot more muscles to actually keep yourself from falling, which I have actually fallen in the past. Quite embarrassing.
Say what you wanna say to me now.
So sticking to the alternatives for lunges, this is probably my favorite alternative. Really love lunges on the cable machine, purely because it forces you to drive more through your heels, which actually engages your glutes a lot more. I do prefer this as an accessory movement though, and not one of my main lifts. When I say that, I mean that my main lifts are like my really heavy barbell stuff, and then the extra accessory movements are things that I just like to add on to give a little bit extra volume, but doesn't tax me as much. Next up, we have some obviously classical squats. Again, all these exercises are very classical and basic, but squats are amazing, let's be real. They involve so many muscles and I really love them, to be honest. A great alternative for this is a goblet squat. You get a little dumbbell or a kettlebell and you keep the tension throughout the whole exercise. So you're not coming all the way up and squeezing. You are basically just kind of staying in that middle ground and making sure you have tension in your glutes all the way through and not letting them relax. Another alternative for squats as well is on the cable. Again, I love this exercise on the cable because similar to the lunges, it forces you to drive more through your heels because the weight is kind of pulling you forward. So I love this for glutes. Great accessory movement as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.
Falling in love. Say